Yo, we've got to get the hell out of this apartment. Can you hear that? That construction, 6:30 AM every morning. Not only that, I've got chickens. I've got a little farm right across the road. This is ridiculous. Every single morning as well, these chickens, you know what? Even at night, sometimes these freaking chickens are I thought I'd be able to manage, but it is doing my head in. If I'm coming home late, I'm still up at 6:30 because these damn chickens. I consider myself a morning person, but sometimes it just takes a toll on you, man. I've been in this Airbnb for almost 2 months now. It's almost about to run out. That means today we are going apartment hunting. I found a real estate agent. She's going to be showing me around some areas in Taoding. We're about to meet up with her now, but there are some little things that we have to be careful of, guys, okay? And that is scams. Of course, scams are everywhere here in Vietnam, unfortunately. So what kind of scams do we have to keep an eye out for, okay? So one is bait and switch, all right? I've got this real estate agent she's already sent me what the listings look like, and they look pretty good, okay? Especially in the Taoding ones as well. Obviously, being such a rich neighborhood, new apartments. However, bait and switch, okay? Just like hotels, they might screw you over. They might bait and switch you here as well, okay? Show you a listing that looks very, very nice, but then once we go in, they show me a completely different listing. That's just to get me in the door and potentially get a sale on an apartment that no one really wants. Another thing is, are these real estate agents dodgy? Sometimes you might give them a deposit, the real estate agent just runs away with the money. Boom! I don't think that's this f***ing construction. I gotta get the hell out of here. And the other one I'm a little bit cautious of is them putting a premium on the actual listings. So if you're a local and you can speak full Vietnamese, you're probably gonna get a cheaper price, but I'm like, my Vietnamese sucks, all right? I'm like at a primary school level, I can get by. Thankfully, I believe this real estate agent speaks pretty good English as well, so we might be okay in that department. But yeah, sometimes if you're an expert, you might be paying a few, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even more millions more than an actual local. So we'll see. But let's go and meet this real estate agent now. All right, Joe, we're on the streets now of Taoding, and I'm meeting Yuang, which is the real estate agent here. I think I'm early, but this is like a little glimpse of what Taoding is like if you've never been. So it's actually probably some of the nicest housing. Like these are like, I consider this almost like mansion vibes, to be honest, here in Vietnam. And this street here looks pretty cool. I mean, just the gate, the infrastructure, the design, the architecture, it looks sick. You know what I spotted already? Construction. So I'd say maybe 10, 15 years ago, Taoding was one of the poorest neighborhoods in all of Vietnam, but because it's by the river, it's literally just exploded. A lot of investments from international, assuming domestic investments as well. So we've got so much construction everywhere. I really want to try and find a spot without construction. I think considering Vietnam is obviously a growing country, it's going to be a little bit tough. All the nice new areas probably going to have construction. Man, just look at this. I can only imagine in the morning it must be super loud. They've got pipes, huge bricks. I mean, this is going to be under construction for a few months, if not a year. First stop. I don't know if I like this place already. We've got construction outside. Let's go and check out the first spot. It's a pretty nice lobby. I think this place is really new though. I mean, look at this. Alright. Fridge, washer, dryer, microwave, sink, kitchen stove. This place is nice. I think this is actually very, very new. Bathroom. Oh, shower is nice though. This is nice. Well, it is new, so I shouldn't be surprised. This is new, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're still building?
No, it's just about, what do they call it, like...
Em muốn nói tiếng Việt cũng được.
Không nói sao? Phòng cháy chữa cháy.
Oh, okay. Thì chỗ này mấy năm rồi?
Như là chắc cũng được 5 năm rồi.
This is the bed.
Trời, để chưa soạn được cái tin nhắn cho.
It's quite nice. Air conditioning, counseling chair. Oh, I think this is going to be too noisy.
Cái này sẽ sau 1 tuần sẽ xong.
1 tuần nữa xong rồi hả? Okay. Jesus. One more week, that's not too bad. Alright, tiny balcony. Dọn dẹp luôn. Okay. How much was this one? Yeah. 14?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's not including utilities like electricity? Not included yet.
Yeah.
You don't
Include management.
management fees?
Yeah.
Okay. How much is it roughly a month? Mỗi tháng thường thường bao nhiêu tiền điện với tiền nước? Yeah, what do you guys pay? Just so I can get a rough figure.
Usually just about 200,000 because I don't use the
Aircon?
yeah.
I'd leave it on all day. So maybe more.
Yeah, I think it's about
Maybe a lot more.
million.
A million, okay. So management fees included. I think most of the places are going to pay for electricity and water bills. I think that's how it. But it's normally a lot cheaper than the West. If I keep the aircon on all day in Australia, I might as well be homeless, honestly. This is parking as well. Okay. Obviously, this is like the initial check. If I like a spot, I'm going to come back and do an even more thorough check. Because some things in Vietnam is... Shut up! The first initial checks just to see if we like the vibe, and then before I actually want to go ahead and rent, I would come back. I want to check the early mornings. Like it's morning now and it's pretty busy, but apparently they're going to be done in a week's time. But then at nighttime, you want to check the nighttime vibe as well. Like what's that like? Alright Joe, we're at the next spot. This is quite nice though. This is a little bit more like in the, I guess like in the alleyways. So it might be less noisy, but we'll see. This is almost like hotel vibes, to be honest. I'm not too sure how I feel about that. Bathroom?
This guy staying in his room is the foreigner too.
He's a foreigner too?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very messy.
Yeah, I know that.
I'm not this messy. So we've got fridge, obviously. Okay, yeah, I'm looking for a kitchenette as well. So I like to cook my own stuff. Oh, this is nice. I like this dining table. But I like my spot now because it's got a couch and I can sit in front of the TV. Because this is just the bed and then the TV. Now this guy's lacking. This got the Christmas tree up still. And then this is outside as well. Alright. Oh, nice little hammock. I do like balcony because, I mean, I don't have one now and that's actually pretty sick. Like, just looking at landmark over there. I mean, at night time, that would be incredible. But you can see how it's like sort of in the little alleyways. So normally it's not as busy. It's good there's a spot to work as well. There is air conditioning, which is nice as well. Large TV and storage space too. Căn này, yeah. 13.5. And no like management fees.
It's including management
yeah.
and water. It's just about
electricity. Okay.
Hey, David.
Yo.
She asked me why you know Vietnamese so
good.
Really?
My parents are from Saigon.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why. This one's nice, huh?
Yeah, this one is bigger.
Oh my god, yeah. This one's much nicer. Yeah. More space. You can do exercise. Now this spot is nice. I mean, check this out. As soon as we walk in from the door, got the kitchenette, got the bench. I could have dinner here and chill out. Fridge. We've got the couch and stuff as well. Hey, what's that? Landmark?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice view. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's sick. Now this one's a little bit lower on the ground, so I might be able to like see people and hear it. But I do like people watching. I could be those uncles just like staring at, people. Workspace, bed. I do like the interior design as well. I mean, look at the wall. Adds a little bit of oomph. Got a couch, storage space, and then this is the bathroom. This isn't bad. This is actually really nice. This is the best one so far. This one's nice. This one is how much?
It's 14.5.
14.5, so a little bit more, but inclusive of everything except electricity. Space is nice. It's a studio apartment. Very spacious as well. And there is parking downstairs, which is nice as well. Alright Joel, next spot. This is like definitely more out of D2. Well, it's still in Tao Ding, but like it's much more peaceful here. Nah. Are these chickens or are these birds? Alright, they're birds. Nice little garden here. This is the apartment here. Woo. This is so nice. It's literally brand new. I do want a new one. I don't want no mold, none of that BS. This one, someone's living here now. It's the same, huh? Mấy phòng giống nhau hả? Okay, with the bathroom here. It's much smaller though, hey? So we've got obviously kitchenette, fridge, space to work.
Do you have a balcony or not?
Bedroom. There is a balcony. Balcony is quite nice though. I do like the view. Very, very peaceful. So this isn't the room, obviously someone's living here, but there would be, I think, one upstairs. Alright, y'all, next spot. This is in the Ankan district, or region. I'm still getting used to that, but it's in District 2, but it's like down towards Lower Taoding. But it is brand new. I don't even think anyone's living here. They're still fixing it up. This is the downstairs area. Parking, which is nice. That's good. Kitchenette, dining table, and then here we go. Into the main room. Bed. That's pretty soft to be honest. I do like how it's always furnished Vietnam apartments. Couch, storage, workspace, TV, air conditioner. How's this balcony? I think the wall is okay. It probably keeps a lot of the noise out. This is the view. At least there's no construction. I'm always wary of spots like that. You see like green, fresh pasture. Normally chickens are chilling there. Neighbor and washing machine. I'm not too fond of it to be honest. Oh, and this is the bathroom. Oh yeah, this is a no already. So I don't mind toilet being in with the shower, but this I'm not a fan of. I like it when it's got space, like doors closed, because otherwise you just get wet. Yeah, gonna be a no. Does everyone hang their clothes out here?
Yeah.
Normally, yeah. This is what people do. We're about to go to the next spot now. That's it for Tao Jing. Like, I'm looking for a reasonable pricing, like 10 to 15 million. So those are 4 spots in Tao Jing. Might be more in the next week or so, but yeah, Tao Jing is normally a lot more expensive. Alright, so next spot. This is in the Binh Thanh district now. Very vibey, I actually like it. I thought I liked Tao Jing because it's like quite modern, but Binh Thanh district is quite nice as well. So much greenery, shades, a little bit of traffic on this road, but I think that's Vietnam in general. So you got like motorbike parking here. It's so quiet here. Oh, this is the living space. It's so quiet here. Same problem. I'm not staying in a place, unfortunately, like this, but we'll have a look. We've got fridge, kitchenette, washing machine. It is separated, so I guess it's a 1 bedroom. That light's a little bit weird. I don't know what kind of videos they'd be shooting in here with that lighting, but look at little doggy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hey. You have a dog?
No.
No? Oh, you live in an apartment. She's judging me. Why?
He's judging you.
He's judging me.
Yeah,
You smell me.
No.
He knows I'm not from here. That's the thing with Vietnam, just dogs. They just roam the streets. Alright, so our next spot in Binh Thanh. This is the neighborhood. Vibey. And we're looking at this one. A very European-esque. I think this one looks very, very nice. I feel like a king going into my mansion here. This is real nice. Toya.
A cat inside.
No, I don't like cats. Oh my god. Alright. This is the bathroom. Oh, it's a nice space there. You've got a large space there. You've got kitchenette, fridge, microwave. I think it's the cat's home, so that's the food that smells. But this bit looks quite nice. It's pretty chill in here. Heaps of storage space. Got a bed. Every single house we've been to, no one makes their bed here. I always make my bed. Is that like a Western thing? People just leave it? Space here, TV. We do have makeup. Oh, it's a balcony. Oh, cool, okay. I think that leads to another room. Got some storage space, something else there, and then a nice little balcony here as well, huh? It's the view. Alright, your next spot. What's this called, Kang? Pham Bê Chung? Pham Bích Chang? Okay. This is like the Bui Vien of Binh Thanh, supposedly. A lot of construction, but there's heaps of pubs and everything. I think I'm literally staying under a pub if I rent this place. Here we go. Left is the bathroom. This isn't bad. You've got the curtain. This is very small actually. So we've got TV, place to work, barely. Bed. Storage space. Yeah, this place is tiny. And look at the view. kitchenette, fridge, air conditioning. Yeah, this place is a no. It's probably going to be a little bit cheaper than like Tao Ding, but I'd rather pay a little bit more than get a beautiful view of Landmark 81. Alright, Joe, next spot in Binh. I like the vibe, to be honest. We're sort of in like a secluded alleyway. There's like houses and stuff, obviously, but this is the joint. Let's go in. It's been a long day so far. It's quite nice, actually. This is the first I've seen of this design. It's actually very spacious. TV, dining table, fridge, kitchenette, washer, and then we've got a place to hang the clothes out here. Fully furnished, a little bit old. That's not bad, at least at the shower curtain, toilet. Let's check out upstairs. I don't know how I feel about this spiral thing. I'm too big. Alright. Oh, okay. This is interesting. Holy sh... This is... You gotta watch your head there, that's crazy. At least I fit. That's okay. We've got bed, place to work as well, storage, air conditioning, makeup. The thing with upstairs is there's no circulation of air, so it's actually super stuffy, and I ain't with that. And then just outdoors, huh? Yeah, it's way too like suffocating up here. Oh fuck! I just hit my head on that. If I stayed here, that would be dangerous. Alright, Joe, welcome to another day. Actually, I didn't really like the first 8. One bedroom. This one is. So I've got a friend, the local, essentially helped me look on like real estate sites. Because yeah, the first 8, I feel like they were a little bit too expensive for what they were. These ones are like almost 5 million cheaper. So TV, which is nice. I don't know about the location, but desk, got a balcony as well. I don't mind the views. Kitchen as well. Little sofa, washer, cooker, fridge. Fully furnished, which is nice. I like this. Bathroom's alright. We've got enclosed space, shower head, sink. Alright, John, next spot, we're in Japantown now. The traffic in here was crazy, but we're looking at a spot up here. Alright, Joe, this is it. Little desk. Nice little fridge. This is on the 4th level though. No elevator. I'm so unfit. Tiny little space for kitchenette. Washer or dryer perhaps. I'm not a fan of these types of showers. That's nice though. That's real nice. Oh wow, this is nice though. This room's massive. Bed, couch. How's the view? I'll tell you what, this ain't bad. But this space is large. Cái phòng này bao nhiêu anh?
Dạ 10 chẵn anh.
10 chẵn à? Okay. Alright, so another spot. Another district. Oh yeah, this one's nice. Kitchenettes, couch, TV, bed, fridge, desk to work. This is separate though. You don't really get this in Vietnam, the fact that they're separate. Toilet on one side, so if you take a dump and it stinks. And then the shower in here. Obviously the sink. Air conditioning, which is good. And then this is the balcony. This is like in a very quiet neighborhood, which is what I like. There's like a little balcony space as well, which is nice. Oh, this is cool. Great thing about like Vietnam, like obviously when you move in, they'll absolutely renovate everything. Then if you want, they can give you like a couch, a TV, even a washing machine in your room. Because right now I think it's washing machine outside and dryer. This is like extra beds. If your friends come over from overseas, they can stay in here. This is nice. This is actually pretty sick though. Like this almost gives me like favela vibes in Brazil. Alright guys, welcome to the new crib. I have officially signed the lease. Now this was the last place that we saw. I'm going to give you a final little review and then I'm going to go through some tips because I definitely made some mistakes and I'll go through the prices and what to look out for if you actually want to rent a place here as well and bank accounts as well. But I want to give you guys a final little tour because I officially moved in last night and I like the place, which is good. When you come in from the front door, this is exactly what you're looking at. This is a nice little studio apartment. On the right we have the kitchenette. This did come with this already, which is quite nice. A little cooker stove. Some other stuff, this is my stuff already. I bought a little small rice cooker. So got some supplements, some water, extra storage space, everything. All my clothes are in here. Boom, boom, shoes, and it's good. Luggage space as well. This is the toilet. I like the fact that it is separated because most Vietnam showers and bathrooms, you're gonna get everything together, but this is separated so you can sort of do your business in both sections. Got a hot water system as well. And just outside here is the sink. This is cool though, I like this. Boom! Coming into the living space, we got the fridge that was already here. This was here as well, little spot to work. I also get my own little Wi-Fi modem as well. So some spots in Vietnam, you might have to share between another room or a few other rooms. So this is great, especially for someone like me who works online. Little ass TV, but it does the job. Bed, obviously that's come with everything. And this came with it as well. We've got the couch. What I do really like is the actual balcony. I finally have a balcony. This is cool. It's a small little space, but I went out to like Megamart and I bought this yesterday. Little place where I can just kick it and then watch the streets, watch my neighbors. And of course, the holy grail in Vietnam, the air conditioner. Downstairs, we've got parking as well. And the great thing about this is like a căn hộ, I believe is what it's called in Vietnamese, but essentially it's apartments. It's not like those massive condominiums. So there's only like 8 different rooms in this spot. And the last place I was at, I was right next door. So like this was my room. Literally right next door was the other room, so I could hear them. The walls in Vietnam aren't too great. The majority of them aren't soundproof. So I've actually got this entire floor to myself, and then you take the stairs down or the elevator down to the next room. So it's fantastic that way. There's sort of 8 different levels, which is like perfect. And literally just 1 flight of stairs up is where I can do all my laundry. There's like 2 washers and then a dryer, which is fantastic. Just before I get into the prices about the place, I do want to share some tips if you're looking out for renting an apartment here in Vietnam, because I definitely made a couple mistakes with the initial inquiries about some spots. So the first real estate agent that you guys saw, very, very nice, very, very helpful. And I met her through a friend. However, I made a mistake. The mistake was when she asked me for the price, I gave her a range of 10 to 15 million. And in hindsight, that was very, very stupid of me. I think coming from the West, I would normally give a price range. It wouldn't be too much of a big deal, but in terms of money in Vietnam, a range of 10 to 15 million is actually quite a big gap. That was my first mistake. So all the listings she essentially sent me was closer to that 15 million mark range. In hindsight, what I did when I went to find this place and I had a look at a couple other places without that real estate agent, I put the price range around about 10. So that way they're looking for spots with 10 and they might go up to 11 million or 9 million. So that was like the ballpark figure. So I definitely let that mistake, because those places that we went to look at, those first 8 in the video, barring one spot that was very nice with the view of landmark 81, that was like 15 to 16 million, something like that from memory in total, which is way too much for like one person in that room. And then some of the other ones that were like a bit lower were still around about the 12, 13 million mark. And they were not as nice as this. And my second mistake, because I'm still relatively new to this stuff, you know, I've only ever really booked hotels or Airbnbs, and I can see the entire listing, see exactly what it has. But I sort of gave the real estate agent some initial guidelines on what to look for. However, they sort of went rogue a little bit. I should have been a lot more firmer, and I should have been like, yeah, this is exactly what I don't want. Because a lot of them, like little things like the bathroom, the shower, not being enclosed, little things like that. So I sort of wasted a little bit of time looking at some spots. I'm normally a relatively loyal person, and if someone's helped me, I like to help them out as well. But I'm trying to grow in that aspect and be very firm and really look out for myself. So that's why I had to sort of say no to the lovely real estate agent and go elsewhere. How did I find this place and a couple of the other ones towards the end of the video? I've befriended a female companion here in Vietnam. Essentially, she's a local. So if you can, find a local, because they probably gonna get a better deal for you, and they actually know the ins and outs of like the real estate market here in Vietnam. Because me as a complete noob, and potentially you if you're coming over, it is a little bit tricky. It's not as easy as the West, unfortunately. I got this local to help me out, and she was posting on Facebook groups. That's like probably the easiest way to find places on the cheap. So essentially my friend was able to post exactly all of my requirements onto like expats in Ho Chi Minh City or expats in Saigon, or a lot of like Facebook groups online where real estate agents are working, and then they'll immediately direct message you. Or we also found an app. I didn't know there was an app in Vietnam. There's an app as well where you could find and like filter out exactly what you're looking for. We got heaps of inquiries. What I'm saying is in actually District 3. And I think District 3 might be the ultimate spot, the ultimate area, because it's so close to District 1. It's sort of in the middle, and I'm close to the airport now. Like from the airport to my place might be 45 minutes, an hour over with traffic originally in Tao Ding. So District 3 is like the perfect middle ground. So that's what we did. We posted online and then we met real estate agents online, and we just essentially linked up, set up a time and went to check the spots, which was so much easier, and we had a lot more control, I feel, as well. So pricing for this place was actually listed at 10.8 million. Now in Vietnam, there is room for negotiation essentially, okay? It's not like this is the exact set price. So 10.8 million, and then also when you're trying to rent an apartment, there's normally like management fees. This place was listed at 100,000. I get a cleaner. Every Saturday they'll come in, they'll clean the place. And then also there's water fees. Water fees generally per person from memory. This place was 200,000. Then also electricity. Electricity, I think at least Ho Chi Minh City, it's about 4,000 K per watt. And this place is free parking. So some spots they might have security guard on site and you have to pay additionally. But this spot, free parking, it's all enclosed. I've got a garage that comes down and everything, which is super safe. However, the fact that I had a local, she was able to speak fluent Vietnamese, and we got the price from 10.8 million down to 9.6 million, and inclusive of management fees and water as well. So I just have to pay electricity, which is like every month I'll essentially take a photo of what the electricity meter is and I'll send it off to the owner or whoever's looking after the spot, and then they'll send me what the price is. So that way I sort of have control of that as well. Now I have noticed, or I have heard there are a lot of scams around that as well. Like they might play with the meter, but this guy seems very legit. I met the owner, very direct, very nice guy. So we'll see after the first month if he's scamming me or not. But so far, I've had a good vibe. And the other thing is normally it's a 1 month or 1.5 month deposit as well. So I had to pay a 1.5 month deposit. So that's with them. And then if it all goes well, again, at the end of the lease, I've rented this place for a year, after the lease, they'll give the money back. You want to try and find a trustworthy owner, because I've heard stories where they'll just keep the deposit and you can't do anything essentially, like they're just gone. Now in terms of paying for this spot as well, okay, I have a friend who rents and he just literally pays cash. He doesn't have a bank account or anything of that nature. However, I was able to open up a bank account. It's a little bit tricky for foreigners, but I have a 5-year Vietnamese overseas visa. I think that's what it's called. My parents, they were born here, and my grandparents, they're still alive here. So my mum was able to get a 5-year visa. And through that, I was able to get my own as well. I think I just went to the local agency in Australia whilst I was still there. I paid 120 Australian dollars and they processed everything and they got me a 5-year visa within like 5 days. I'm able to open up a bank account. I went with Timo. Timo is like a digital online banking which is sort of designed in a way for people like myself. I had a friend who's been using it for a year now and he's recommended it to me. So Timo Banking, I literally just went in store. I gave him my passport, showed him the visa. I also had to get a phone number. I went to Viettel and I made sure that phone number was listed under my name. Because if you go to the airport and you get a SIM card, I think those are like burner SIMs or like SIMs of people in the past and they just reuse it because that SIM card was actually under someone else's name, which is a little bit strange. So I had to go and get a completely new one, a complete new number under my name, and I was able to go into Timo. There's a branch in like District 3, just gave them my passport, the 5-year visa, and showed them my number, and they literally opened up a bank account for me within like 5 minutes, which was awesome. Unfortunately, you don't get an actual card. You just get the online payment functionality, so online digital banking. In order to get money into that account, I open up a Wise account. So Wise account is sort of like universal. It's pretty cool. You can transfer money into bank accounts and different currency. You do have to pay like a little fee to them. It's a small percentage. I mentioned this is in District 3. It's off like a main road. However, we're in a little alleyway and by gosh, it is so much quieter. The sleep last night was probably one of the best I've had in Vietnam so far. No chickens across the road waking me up. No dogs roaming the streets, barking. No construction as well. This is like a very established neighborhood. So this place is about 370 USD and then maybe an extra 500 to a million, depending on how much air conditioning I use. I use a lot, but overall, I think it's a pretty good deal. Let me know what you guys think about this place.